what happened. Remember after the calamity of the debate, the Biden debate, all the governors met with Biden, and here's what Walz had to say about Biden's cognitive ability and about his presence. Watch.
Dealing with COVID, using the science, investing in infrastructure, and working to the middle class. And all of us are trying to figure out and just want to make sure as governors, we're on the front line of many of these things. We're in states, whether they're swing states or not, where folks care and are giving us feedback. And the feedback was, we are all looking for the path to win. All the governors agree with that. President Biden agrees with that. He has had our backs through COVID, through all of the recovery, all of the things that have happened. The governors have his back, and we're working together just to make very, very clear on that. A path to victory in November is the number one priority, and that's the number one priority of the president. Yes, fit for office. President has 3.5 years of delivering for us, going through what we've all been through. None of us are denying. Thursday night was a bad performance. It was a bad hit, if you will, on that, but it doesn't impact what I believe. He's delivering.
To you on Thursday night, and does he understand the stakes? Did he speak about?
Yeah, he did. He said, "Look, he didn't listen to himself," and I thought he gave a great example when he said, "Look, I'm worrying about numbers on this. It's about people. It's about their lives." This is Joe from Scranton. He talks about building the middle class. He did it. He delivered. And I think this idea that you get in your own head, you get a little bit cycled up on that. What we saw in there today was a guy who was the guy that all of us believed in the first time, who could beat Donald Trump and did beat Donald Trump. With that, we thank you. So thanks all.
So, he was one of them, right? He protected Biden, and he lied to the media, and that was his, take on it after, the press was asking him, how's Biden's cognitive abilities? Oh yeah, he's the same guy he always was. Yeah, he's fantastic. He's 100%. It's crazy. I like to call him Tattletale Tim, because he set up a hotline during COVID, Jen, so that neighbors could tattle on each other.
I know.
Yeah.
I know he did. I'm going to set up a hotline because my earpods don't work.
Oh, no. Hello, Patty. How are you? Good. Thank you for joining us. Please join the comments you know how to comment because you just did. Biden delivered misery. Oh, yeah. But you see some of these brainwashed. Well, I think that they're paid. A lot of these people are paid. And we're now seeing, too, that the crowds at the Kamala Harris rallies, there are actors' calls going out, and they're paying people to go to the rally.
I hope that's the truth.
Well, I saw it. Yeah, I put it this way. I saw it on X. An actor posted the actual thing. Now, whether or not it was a real call, did he make it up? I don't know, but it looked pretty real to me. Meanwhile, he tells us we need to mind our own business. Yeah, mind our own business. Just put them in the White House. Just put them in. Don't worry about anything. We've got this all covered. Okay. Well, anyway, so let's look at some of Walz's comments, the ones that could be dug up. And I'm going to apologize in advance. A lot of this is Fox for a couple of reasons. Number one, I was in a ridiculous rush today to get the show done, and I knew I could find a lot of these clips on Fox. But the other reason is because none of the other networks are actually talking about them. I mean, they're gushing, but they're not. This morning's headlines, we talked at the top of the show, Jen, before you joined us.
I missed 2 minutes.
We were talking about the X Spaces last night with Elon and Trump, and there was a real hack into their data, into their system, and X was going haywire last night, and nobody could get on. It took us 40 minutes and took them to fix the problem, and people were going elsewhere. I actually found it on a couple of YouTube channels. Ultimately I got in, but this morning they talked for 2.5 hours. I'll just cover this, Jen. Did you watch it, hear it, anything about it?
Yeah, he said that Kamala looks like Melania on the cover of Time.
Yes, he did say that she had the Time magazine cover. He complimented her and said she was a beautiful woman. But anyway, it was 2.5 hours of Donald Trump and Elon Musk basically shooting the shit. And what they were talking about was everything: AI, space travel, gas, energy, climate change. Elon, gave Donald Trump some great lessons and information about climate change, energy for electric cars, electric vehicles, um, you know, uh, finance, money, other countries, other leaders. It was really like eavesdropping on a couple of guys sitting at the bar having a drink.
We were like
And
Alexa.
yeah, right, exactly. To a large extent, that's what I felt like, because of course you couldn't see them, and it was, it was like listening to radio to some extent. But there were glitches in spaces, and Elon's voice didn't always sound right, and Trump's voice didn't always sound right, but it was very educational, and it was very informative, and it was very interesting, because Trump dove deeper into a lot of things, including the assassination attempt. Well, this morning, all over the news, it was Trump's rambling X spaces, problems, blah, 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 rambling. There's all anybody talked about. The headlines were all negative about this conversation of these two very wealthy and accomplished men talking about possible solutions to the problems that America has. And the news media chose to trash it. And it's really interesting to me, because I don't know, Jen, the last Kamala Harris interview since she's been running for VP, did you see it on any of the news media networks? Any interviews about her issues?
No, I've heard her speak. It's, oh my God, about democracy and about, it was so bad. 3 minutes she was stumbling. No,
but that's about it. There are no issues. There's no interviews, and there are no issues. So how is it that you're going to bash these two guys sitting there talking? I mean, the former president of the United States, who's hot on the campaign trail, who is got 1,000 things in the air right now, took 2.5 hours to talk to over 1 million people.
You didn't see him at all?
No, just his picture. Because he's back.
I don't know why. I have a feeling like this is Elon Musk trying to prove about AI.
Oh no!
And how long you could.
There was some video that was released later of Donald talking to him from the tree, because Trump posted
still do that,
Yeah, no, Trump posted it on his own site, on his own handle. So he was the host of it, and Elon.
Oh no, yeah, I would believe that he would be part of it too, just to prove how this world can be changing. But that's fine, because I can't imagine he wouldn't want to be on video live.
Yeah, no, he was. It was amazing. But again, that's how they covered it. It was terrible. Meanwhile, he tells us we need to mind our own business. Yes, I read that already. Biden has gotten so much worse and is still the president. Yeah, and that's a scary thought. Hear that all over. It's crazy. The last time I heard, she is still in the administration as vice president. So fix the border now and change things now. Why wait? Agree.
Too late. But, it's too late. Yeah. It's done. There's no fixing it.
Yeah, right. It is too late. You're right about that. It's very simple. Where did these Democrats obtain their individual fortunes? Chicanery and theft. Yeah, exactly. The media's lies that Kamala is not far left remind me of the old saying, don't piss down my back and tell me it's raining. Yeah, that's very good analogy. I felt like he had a slight lisp, like maybe he didn't have his teeth in his mouth. Well, I think that was more the platform, because even Elon didn't sound always like himself. So yeah, but I understand what you're saying, because I said the same thing to Bob. I said, is he at home in his pajamas without his one of his teeth or something?